Hey guys, it's Wolfpack again. Um, Coming to you from the man cave. Kind of want to make just get to the point real quick because I've about had enough. Um, I want to address today the protesters, the rioters, Antifa, the anarchists, everybody who's protesting about something. First of all, if you are engaged in a protest and there is vandalism, breaking of windows, starting fires, hurting other individuals, blocking access to streets or freeways, are just basically being unlawful and unruly and being a damn animal instead of being somebody who's got some damn sense in their head. Everyone involved in that protest should be held liable. Because once it goes from bad to worse, then you need to remove yourself from the situation, because you are inciting this type of behavior. You are allowing this type of behavior, which any person with common sense knows that it's not right. You got to do something about it or remove yourself from the situation. Anarchist and Antifa, I believe I see it as the same thing because if you'll notice in the videos, most of the individuals who are taunting, who are getting in other people's faces, all have masks. They're not man enough or woman enough to actually show who they are. Um, they don't have the decency to stand up and be heard. They don't want, and they don't want you to know who they are. Well, if you got a mask on your face, I mean, who the hell are you? I don't know. Um, the next thing is Antifa. They don't have a point. I mean, I watched many videos, but I challenge you guys to. I watched this one with this Muslim girl. Um, it was Judge Janine interviewed her, and she was saying that we're violating her free speech. And um, she said, "Well, how are we violating your free speech?" And I said, "Well, Trump." And that's about all she said. Trump's a fascist. And so she said, "Well, why is Trump a fascist?" Because, oh, fuck you. They don't have a point. They're just out to create lawlessness and confuse and interrupt the system and actually take away a normal, legal, law abiding citizen's right to go to work, to provide for their family, to do these things just to interrupt the status quo. And it's that me mentality that I deserve all this, I deserve that. You're going to listen to me, or I'm going to break windows. You're going to, you know, that's bullshit. Um, I wish that judges would start to, as much as they coddle these people and hit them with a fine and probation, maybe most of the time they just let them go. Um, I wish maybe that the judges and law enforcement would start recognizing that we're losing the right to defend ourselves because they can get right in your face. I mean, right here in your face, spitting and yelling and screaming at you. And if you react, you're going to go to jail. And when you go in front of the judge is going to just say, "Well, you should have known better. You should have known better." No, I'm sorry, I don't, because every person out there develops um, their own space around them, and what I mean by that, normally it's like arm's length, because at that time you're determining at that level arm's length, and some people are different, but you're determining at that time whether it's a threat, and you're determining how you're going to react to that at arm's length, because that's when your fight or flight syndrome has enough time to work. Um, So what happens whenever someone takes it as a threat, or you get right in their face and they're threatening you? If you knock the shit out of them, you're going to go to jail. They're going to arrest you instead of arresting the antagonizer, the one who's starting the shit. So it's just to the point to where it's like, you can't even defend yourself, and you can't defend, God forbid you say something that they don't like, because they'll come down on you like white on rice, and then it's 20 against one, because there's not one damn person who will step in to help you out. You're on your freaking own, but you can bet your ass there'll be 15 to 20 people with a freaking video camera videotaping it. You'll bet your ass that. When did we become a state or a country of pussies? If somebody gets in my face and I deem it as a threat, I have the right to defend myself. I have a right to react back, because I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know that you're just there to yell in my face, because you know what? You're an idiot right now, and you're losing freaking all your self control. So, what is the stand between you trying to do some kind of physical harm to me? Because you're too close to me, bro. You're too close to me. Okay? You've done crossed over my into my space now. And in my space is my own little world, and I deem what's a threat and what's not a threat. And if I deem, if you are a person and you deem that it's a threat, you ought to be able to stand your ground and not back down. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before. So like Shia LaBeouf guy, I would have knocked his ass out. I would have knocked his ass square on his ass, and I'd have went to jail for it. But it'd probably been lucky, whatever. I'd probably been lucky, I guess. I don't know. My point is we've had enough. Okay, I have had enough. I speak to a lot of people on Gap, and y'all can call it alt right, y'all can call it right, you can call it whatever. But the fact of the matter is the reason why there are no liberals or Antifa on there is because of the fact is that you can't get a liberal or Antifa or Black Lives Matter. You can't get them to debate subjects. They can't deal when you make a point. It's not the point if that point you're making is right or wrong. Put up a valid argument, or make an argument. Don't make an argument where you cuss at each other out. That's bullshit. Put up an argument. Put up your points. Make your points, and let the other person do the same. Sometimes you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that, or damn, dude, did you know about, go back and forth. Both parties learn something. No one learns from talking to a liberal, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, or whatever, because the first thing out of their mouth, as soon as you make one valid point, all you got to do is make one valid point, and it's shut up, fuck you, you're a racist, fuck Trump, you're trampling on our civil rights. It's one girl that I was talking about. They asked her, what is your First Amendment right? She couldn't tell you. And I'm sick and tired of people who don't even know what the Constitution is made of, has never read it, don't even know what it stands for, has never been taught what the Constitution is, telling me what the Constitution says and what I should do, what I need to do to appease them and their beliefs. It's bullshit. I'm tired of that. If you are American or whatever you are, if you have a valid point and you can back up your statement in the Constitution, and you can prove to me in writing or in the Constitution or any laws we have on the books, I'll tip my hat to you. So you know what? You're right about that. But don't come to me if you don't even know the freaking language. You never read the Constitution. You just take out excerpts from the Constitution and apply it to whatever your cause may be. And you've never read it. You don't know exactly what the meaning of it is or whatever. That's bullshit. You do not need to tell me, and you don't have the right to tell me what I do believe and what I don't believe. If you're from another culture or whatever, you're not allowed to come in and change my culture just because yours is screwed up. We've done seen in third world countries how you screwed your own damn world up, and you're not going to come over here and do it to us. We're not going to allow it. I hope and I pray that there are other individuals who get tired of this shit. The silent majority, man, it's something to be reckoned with. We proved that during the election. We need to get the silent majority and start pushing back and say enough is enough. Violence, I don't know. I don't condone violence or whatever, but sometimes it's necessary. Because the fact is if somebody gets in your face, they do not have the right to threaten you. They do not have the right to, that's not freedom of speech. That's not freedom of speech. I am really calling to arms all the individuals who think like I do, who may not agree with everything, and a lot of people don't get. I don't agree with everything, but I think everybody who knows me is like at least I'm well rounded enough to at least listen to your point, and I'll make a valid argument. And sometimes I just have to agree to disagree. But well, you're going to sit this way no matter what. I'm going to sit that way no matter what. But hey, we can agree to disagree. I'd like to have more people like that engaging in conversation. Because once you're out riding and protesting, whatever, that's not a conversation. That's not solving anything. You're not doing anything except hurting the blue collar man, the man who gets up and goes to work because now his windows are broken in his damn shop or whatever. He can't go to work. He's losing money out of his paycheck. That's all you accomplished. And not only that, Berkeley is a state funded school. So guess where the money comes from for the restoration of all that shit? From our taxpayers. So I'm actually paying them to cause havoc. That's bullshit. We've seen it on all these damn protests and everything, that's all about the environment shit. Guess what? Take a picture the next day and look at all the garbage and shit they leave on the streets. You can't pick and choose what laws that you want to abide and don't want to abide by. It's the law. You can't pick and choose, okay, which law is acceptable to break and which law is not acceptable to break. It's time for individuals like myself and you. I don't know what happened to citizens' arrest. I don't know what happened to that. If it's all gone, then we got a law and we got a right to do it. It won't be enforced. So I'm calling on law enforcement because I understand law enforcement's their orders, the guys that are on the front lines, their orders come from a higher above. So we got to fix it at higher above level because that poor guy on the street in riot gear is just doing what he's told. That's it. No matter what his feelings are and what his personal feelings are, whether he's not being able to show it because the fact is that he is under orders. And those orders tell him and dictate to him what he can and what he can't do. It's time to get over that. If people are breaking the frickin' law, they need to be held accountable. Last point. If you block an intersection or a freeway or something along those lines or ingress or access to public facilities, what if an individual was in an ambulance and was having a heart attack and needed to get to the hospital and you're blocking traffic or your people are blocking traffic? If that guy dies, isn't that murder? You're not allowing him his God-given right to get to a darn hospital when he's sick. You've made that determination, and they need to be held accountable for it. If you want to go out and act like a damn wild-ass heathen, you go right ahead, but realize there is consequences to your freaking actions. And I don't understand why judges of America and the police in America right now are backing down because they're afraid of a freaking lawsuit from these people. They'll rather arrest us because the fact is, you know what? We should have known better. Okay? And they'd rather because we're an easy arrest. They can brag and say, you know what? We made so many arrests. Most of them were good people, but hey, we made arrests. This has got to change. I don't know how many of us got to go to jail. I don't know how many times the judges got to hear these complaints. I don't know how many cases it'll take to change their mind. I don't know the answer to that. What I do know is it's time for law-abiding citizens to stop paying for these people's freaking crimes. I'm tired of them actually getting away with breaking the law. When if I run a damn stop sign out here, I'll bet you $100 I'll be the first one they stop, and they ain't gonna give a damn what I am. They gonna give me a damn ticket. Wake up, freaking people. Grow the hell up, because I am sick and tired of freaking protesting these damn riders. If you come around me, and God forbid you even actually, if I even think that you're anywhere in arm's distance and you're threatening my wife, or you make my wife feel uncomfortable, or my daughter feel uncomfortable, or you make the situation where it's iffy at best, I'm going to freaking take action, whatever that may be. Deadly force is that force which is known or should be known to cause death or seriously bodily harm. It is only used as a last resort when all lesser means have failed. You get to determine what that level of threat is. Be warned, Antifa. Silent majority is coming after your ass. I'm out.